everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. So today's video, I thought I would talk about my Torrid model search experience. I feel like I talked it to death on all of my planner videos, just like how nervous I was and like, I was just rambling in all of my videos all about this occasion coming up. And so I thought, you know what, I couldn't find any videos telling on the experience of actually going, so I'm gonna do a video for that because I feel like other people would enjoy watching it. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. So as most of you guys know, I live in Montgomery, Alabama, and the meetup was in Atlanta, and it wasn't just like in Atlanta, it was in the very like north side of Atlanta. So usually just a trip to Atlanta is about 2 hours, and I lose an hour. No, I gain an hour, sorry. I gain an hour, so that kind of messes up my time a little bit. Because I'm central and Atlanta's Eastern time, but driving there, because it was the north side of Atlanta, it was like almost a 3-hour drive. So we had to be there at, I think 10 o'clock is when it started, and I got there like right at 9:45. I woke up here at like 6 o'clock, which was 7 o'clock their time. I was like ready and like out the door by like 6:45. Like, it was the fastest I've ever gotten ready. I knew exactly what I was going to put on my eyes. I knew exactly what I was wearing. Like, it was all laid out. I'm not a morning person. I hate the morning, especially on a Saturday. So I had to force myself out of bed, and I was like, ugh. And so I got up anyway. I got ready. I drove there by myself, listened to a ton of great tunes, thanks to Pandora. It's not sponsored. I'm not big enough to be sponsored by Pandora. Just saying. But I drove to Atlanta, and it was like, oh, I was so nervous. So I found the spot. We had to park in between the American Girl store and Macy's. I parked, and I like just heard people screaming, and so I kind of followed to the screaming, and then I saw like all these people, and it was like already like pretty packed. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like then the really nerves started setting in, because a lot of these people had brought in friends and family or whatever, and I had just taken myself. It was just little old me. So I didn't have anyone to go with me, so I drove all that way, and then it was just me there all by myself. So when we get there, we start getting into a line, and they kind of told us exactly where to go. It was not like as chaotic at all as I thought it would be. Like, I thought by like 10 o'clock, it was going to be mass chaos, like so many people everywhere, but they actually were really good at like keeping the lines down, keeping the flow of traffic moving, the flow of people moving. Like, they did a really good job with that, so I will give them like major kudos for that. So we got into line. I instantly met someone. She is from Asheville, North Carolina. I'll leave the link to her blog down below. She talks all about living plus size, and I just really love her blog. But we literally were in line together, and we started talking, and she is like the sweetest thing ever. So shout out to Casey, you're the best. I had so much fun. Thanks for being my partner since I had no friends, and thank you to your friends that adopted me for the day, because none of mine came with me. But anyways, go check out our blog. It'll be down below. So we started talking or whatever, and it was like, honestly, like I didn't get into the top 10, that's whatever, but just the going was like the coolest thing ever. Just to see like all these women around you of all different shapes, sizes, heights. Like, there was some super tall women, and I thought I was tall because I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I was like short compared to some of these girls. Like, it was just like mind-blowing to really see all the different body sizes, body types. Some are top heavy, some are bottom heavy, some have all boobs, some have all butt. Like, it was just so cool to see these different women and just wearing these outfits, and they were looking so good, you guys. Like, I just like got like a body positivity buzz just going, and that was before we even got into like the actual section. That was just standing in line talking to these women. We were like, oh my god, your outfit's so cute, yours is so cute. Like, it was just like we had all been friends our entire lives, because we had shared some of the same struggles of being plus size, and it was like the coolest thing ever, you guys. Like, oh, it was so cool. So I was actually in the first section, which is really cool. I got a wristband and everything. I was a little fancy, whatever. I was number 141. Boom. So when you get closer to the front, they give you this little like questionnaire thing on a clipboard, and it's basically all of the questions that they asked you online in your application, but these are just a little more tailored to you. So like one of them is, what is your special talent, which was like really hard for me to figure out. I was like, I don't know what I'm talented at. Like I just brain fart, major brain fart. And then another one was, what makes you a kick-ass Torrid girl, and I was like, try not to sound cookie cutter, because I'd watched a couple of other people and they were like, don't be cookie cutter, they're like literally jump over you. So I was trying to sound unique on that. And then the other question that was like, all of us were like, it was like, what is your greatest accomplishment? And I'm like, girl, I got that one. That was like the easiest one for me, but the other two I had a really hard time answering. And I wasn't the only one. Like a lot of girls around me had a hard time answering it too. So just be prepared that sometimes you'll have some very thought-provoking questions, and like you literally have like 10, maybe 15 minutes, if that, to write your answers down. Depends on how far behind you are in the line, but you don't have very long at all. So they take the clipboard from you, they take the pen from you, and you're left with just a white number, and you're left with your little card that you filled out. So next you go in, you check in at the table. If you RSVP, they'll look up your name and highlight you off. If you didn't, you just hand them your information, tell them you didn't RSVP, and they just kind of let you go on into the section. So it's better to RSVP, but I guess you don't really have to RSVP. Whatever. And actually, prior to me going, I've gotten several emails saying I'd RSVP'd, and they wanted me to come between 4 and 5 p.m., but I knew that I'm not driving in Atlanta traffic, and I'm not going to be out that late, so I went earlier in the day, which was perfectly okay. So regardless of your time slot, you can kind of go whenever, because it actually tells you, like, it's first come, first serve. So just keep that in mind, you guys. If you do RSVP online, that's like awesome. That's what I would suggest doing, but if you don't, it's okay in the future. So we get into the little squared off area where they have like the stage, where they have the runway, and they all kind of like do whatever. You can walk the runway, you don't have to walk the runway. I didn't get a video because I walked so fast. I was so freaking nervous, but I did walk the runway. I was feeling fabulous as always. And then I sat down. Me and Casey were like this the entire time. So we sat down and they introduced Maria, which was last year's Torrid top model or star, whatever you want to call her. And then they also introduced, surprisingly, Nell Tipton, which I was actually wearing her jeans. She has a plus size line in JCPenney's that me and my friend Jessica are obsessed with. I love her clothes, I love her jeans, like it was amazing. And I like didn't know she was going to be there. It actually wasn't advertised that she was going to be there, and she showed up and I lost my crap. Like I went bananas, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, I was so excited. So then we had like several options we can choose from. They kind of introduced everyone, they did their video clips for the Torrid's YouTube channel, and then we kind of got to go wherever until they called our numbers. So they had a GIF machine, or GIF, what is it called? GIF, GIF, or GIF, I can't remember. But they had one of those machines, and so I took a video, me and Casey took a video, Casey took a video by herself, and I'll post those all at the end. I'll post all the videos at the end so you can check those out. But that was like super fun. The guy running the machine was super cute, you know what I'm saying? It was very attractive. I was like, hello, sir. But after I got over that, we stood in line, we got to meet Maria and Nell, and I got a picture. I like walked up and I was like, I'm wearing your jeans, like so obnoxious. And like all these like pictures are me like laughing because I was just like, like such a dork, whatever. And she was like, oh my god, you are, like she was super cool about it, and I was like, you're like amazing, I love your clothing line. So I got over that, I took pictures with her, and then we just kind of sat down and waited for them to call our numbers. They did it in batches of 20, and while we were waiting, they had like songs going on, they had like the Dougie, they did the cha-cha slide, they just did a lot of like fun, upbeat stuff, and it was just a lot of fun to kind of talk to these women from all around the world and just kind of get to know them and just dance with them and just have a good time. It was so much fun. So after we sat down for a while, they got to my number, which wasn't that long actually. They went pretty fast, honestly. I think I was there for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours max from start to finish. Like, it was super fast. So they got to my number, which is 141. We went up, we had our test shots. We had to do just a head shot, and then we had to do like a mid-chest up shot, and then we had to do like a full up and down shot. And then we also had to talk to a judge, and like this part goes super fast. I know they say like you're in groups of like 2 or 3, and maybe it's different in different places, but like I had my own individual person that she had my information, and like we were directly talking. Like someone was right beside us, so you kind of have to talk over them, but it wasn't like everyone made it out to be where you're like closed off and it's like one person to like 3 people. It was a little more different than that. So I don't know, maybe it's because Atlanta was a smaller city or what, but I had literally someone right in front of me. She had all my information. She was asking me about my YouTube channel. She asked me like why I wanted to be a Torrid model, and I just had a lot of fun talking with her. I thought it was super fun. It didn't last very long though, and then after that we were given a coupon for 30% off our order. It started that day too, so you could literally, like, as soon as you're done, go shopping at Torrid, and it goes through the end of this month, which was a lot of fun. And then that was it. I was done. Like I said, I got there at like 10 o'clock, and I was out of there by like 12:30, and then me and Casey walked around Forever 21 there because it was a pretty big store, and then I came home and took a nap because I was so exhausted. So yeah, that is everything that happened at the Torrid event. Overall, guys, I would so highly suggest you go, at least for the experience. I had so much fun, like just meeting other women of like body shape, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been through the same struggles I've been through. There were some plus size girls that had super small busts like I do, and then there was some that had like no booty. I don't have that struggle, but you know, everyone's different, and it was just so cool to see such like a body positive space. Like, there was nothing unhappy about that space, and I feel like so many times plus size women have this like stigma of we can only wear this, this, and this, and like there was girls rocking some crazy stuff, but they looked phenomenal and they rocked it with so much confidence. Like, it was insane. And I think that, like, it had me like on a high. Like, I just want to be like, yes girl, rock that, yes. Like, I wanted to like show my stuff and strut everything and like try these crazy outfits that I would never let myself buy because of that experience. So I highly encourage you to do that because of that. I met a lot of cool girls. We started liking each other's Instagram accounts, which was so much fun too. And overall, guys, like, I will definitely do it next year. Even if I don't get in the top 10, it is what it is, but just the experience alone is so much fun. You meet so many cool women that are going through the same stuff as you are, and I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was a great day to treat myself. It was my last Saturday before I'm working every Saturday for a while, and it was definitely worth the 3-hour drive. So if you have the opportunity next year to do Torrid Model Search 2019, I highly encourage you to go do that. I am so excited to use this coupon on here because I have some heels that I want so bad, and I want a pair of black skinny jeans to wear with some plaid. Oh girl, I'm gonna be looking good for the fall. So if you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and go subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've been thinking honestly about doing some more videos about being plus size and just like my experiences, or maybe even doing a live show about it. I don't know, with some of the girls that I've kind of met along the way. I thought it might be cool to do like a weekly live show where we talk about a specific topic. So if y'all are interested in doing something like that, then definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Check out Casey's vlog, I will leave it down below as well. And yeah, that's everything. I love you guys, oodles and noodles, and I will check you next time. Bye guys!